An Adams County fire chief is facing criminal charges after police say he defrauded other volunteer fire departments to the tune of more than 10 grand.
CBS 21's Alex still in Adams County and found out how the chief faces similar charges from just a few months ago. Alex.
I'm standing in front of the Greenmount Community Fire Department where Darrell Cornett is chief. And just last week, he was accused of stealing thousands of dollars from 2 volunteer fire departments in Maryland. And with volunteer fire departments already facing financial strain, officials tell me this could make the problem a lot worse.
That's an unfortunate situation, and that being an elected official, it does take away from the public, and it also hurts like the mutual aid departments that may have that department's money in on their emergencies or their calls.
On January 1st, the Liberty Township police arrested Darrell Cornett. He's accused of stealing $10,200 from the Reisterstown Volunteer Fire Department and another $4,300 from the Glendon Volunteer Fire Department, both in Baltimore County. Public tax records show the Glendon Volunteer Fire Department was in debt as of 2024, posting a net income around negative $7,000. Meanwhile, the Reisterstown Volunteer Fire Department, like most volunteer fire departments, has a revenue almost entirely made up of contributions and fundraising. In 2024, the department posted a net income of about $34,000. And although the 2025 records aren't public yet, if last year's income is similar to 2024, the $10,000 allegedly stolen would be 30% of the company's total. I went to the Greenmount Community Fire Department where Cornett is chief to try and get some answers. We wanted to know how the fraud occurred and how he was involved in the fire departments in Maryland. We also want to know who would be taking over chief duties. That department was closed, but I was able to get in touch with the assistant fire chief at the Gettysburg Fire Department, who tells me situations like this erode public trust. Since most of their funds come from the community, it could hurt donations to other volunteer fire departments.
That's an unfortunate situation, and that being an elected official, it does take away from the public, and it also hurts like the mutual aid departments that may have that department's money in on their emergencies or their calls.
We've also learned Cornett already faced criminal charges. Separate affidavits we obtained show an emergency lighting company didn't finish work for townships across the Commonwealth and in Maryland, leaving them out more than $150,000. I've reached out to both volunteer fire departments for comment. I was told I'll get a response within the next couple of days. As soon as I have that information, I'll of course keep you updated on CBS21.com. In Adams County, I'm Alex Thill, CBS 21 News.
Join us here at 5:30. I'm Joel D. Smith.
And I'm Candace Scalise. Tonight, an Adams County fire chief has been fired for his alleged involvement in a multi-$1,000 fraud scheme. It's left 2 fire stations in financial trouble.
CBS 21's Alex Thill talking to community members there, learning more about this. She's live outside the Greenmount Community Fire Department right now. Alex, catch us up to speed on this one.
Yeah, Joel D. Candace. So I'm outside the Greenmount Community Fire Department where Darrell Cornett is the chief here. Now, he was arrested on January 1st for alleged theft from 2 volunteer fire departments in Maryland. So that's across state lines. Obviously, we're working on figuring out his relationship with those volunteer fire departments, if any, and how he was able to get that money in the first place.
To allegedly steal thousands of dollars. So how much money are we talking here from both of these volunteer fire departments?
So we're talking about $10.4 thousand from the Reisterstown Volunteer Fire Department and about $4.2 thousand from the Glendon Fire Department, both in Maryland. And I was able to take a look at both of those volunteer fire departments' tax filings. Obviously, 2025 is not yet available, but 2024 shows that the Glendon Volunteer Fire Department is actually in debt, and the Reisterstown Volunteer Fire Department only has a net income of about $34,000. So if this is true, if he did allegedly steal $10,000 from the Reisterstown Volunteer Fire Department, that would be about 30% of their income.
So any other run-ins with the law, any criminal history with this guy before all this?
So we were able to actually acquire affidavits from 2 separate instances for Darrell Cornett, and one of them was from a emergency lighting company that he owns, where it showed a span of charges from 2021 to 2023 of him allegedly frauding companies and volunteer fire departments here in Pennsylvania and in Maryland.
Wow.
And the total for those charges is about $150,000.
Wow.
And so he has a preliminary court hearing for that in March.
Okay.
I wonder how they didn't know that ahead of time.
Yeah, this
firing
isn't
him.
the only case, it sounds like. So what
Exactly.
happens now? I mean, how is this
Right, and
affect-
these are all questions that we're asking.
Yeah, how is this affecting some volunteer volunteer fire departments when it comes to public trust and relying on their services too?
Yeah, exactly. So I obviously am here at the Greenmount Community Fire Department where no one was here today, but I was able to talk with the assistant fire chief at the Gettysburg Fire Department. And he tells me this obviously is a concern for public trust because fire chiefs here at the volunteer fire departments are elected officials. And, you know, he explains to me that at the Gettysburg Fire Department, they have a specific person who handles those financials, but he doesn't know if that's the case here. And, you know, I was able to speak with members here at the Greenmount Community Fire Department who tell me they might be able to have more information about a meeting for the community coming up. So, of course, I'll be able to give you that information as soon as I get it.
Alex Thill, thanks a lot for breaking it down.